Hello friends, welcome to another episode of TG School of Mathematics. Today's lesson is a continuation of part 1 calculus. So please watch part 1 calculus first, then watch this lesson. Otherwise it's difficult to understand. Last part 1 we stopped in question number 9.1 November 2016. Okay, so you have to watch up to there, then you watch this one. Okay, so those who are watching this one for the first time, please make sure that the question paper is with you. Okay, so the copy of the question paper is, you will get it from the description box or join our WhatsApp group. Okay, so let's continue with that. Question number 9.2, for which values of x f is concave down? So last lesson there is an f of x, but the equation we don't know. Okay, but the first derivative of that f of x, it is given in that question, 3x square plus 8x minus 3. The first derivative is given 3x square plus 8x minus 3, and I hope you remember we tried to find the x coordinates of the stationary points. Okay, so this is 9.2, for which values of x. So here in this question also you have to find the values of x, and for what? F concave down. For which values of x is f concave down. So before I explain this one, let me explain something from the theory part. This one is a cubic graph. Okay, so in this cubic graph, look at these stationary points or the turning point. This is one stationary point, and this is the maximum stationary point or the maximum turning point, and this is the minimum turning point. Okay, so in between that turning points, this part from there to here, this one. Okay, so assume that I'm watching this one in my mobile phone. Okay, my smartphone. So I'm trying to enlarge only this part from here to here. I'm going to enlarge. You know how to enlarge like this. Okay, I'm trying to enlarge like this. Okay, so if I enlarge like this, you can visualize that one, how the graph is going to come when I enlarge too much. This is the maximum point, and the graph is going to come something like this. Am I right? So what is the meaning of that? I enlarge between these 2 points, the maximum turning point and the minimum turning point. I enlarge like this. Okay, so you can see that when you enlarge, it is like this. Okay, so in this one here, the graph is coming like this, and at a certain point it is changing. Okay, it is coming like this, then at a certain point it is changing like this. Am I right? Okay, and that point is known as what? Point of, what is that one? You studied in your class. Point of inflection. That point, that means at that on which point the graph is turning its shape, and that point is known as point of inflection. Okay, now look at this one. What is the name of this point? What is the name of this area? Here you can see that it is some people have a mustache like this. Okay, so you have to remember that one, and this area is known as concave down. When the mustache is like this, you have to remember that that is concave down. Okay, so let me write this portion as a concave down. And some people have a mustache like this. Am I right? Okay, and that is known as concave up in our terms. Okay, just for you to remember this portion, it is concave up. So look at this one. What is the point of inflection? Now let me say it like this: the point at which the concave down changes to concave up, that is the point of inflection. Okay, so what is this one? Concave down. You just remember this one. This is concave down, and what is this one? concave up. You can see that the mustache is like this, okay, and here how the mustache is like this, okay. So this is concave up and this is concave down, okay. And remember this one, this point is known as point of inflection. At this point of inflection, you have to understand that the second derivative that is equal to 0. At a point of inflection, the second derivative, what is the second derivative? First you find the first derivative, then again find the derivative of the same thing. This is the first derivative. If you try to find once more, that is the second derivative. This is the first derivative. If I try to find the derivative once more, that is known as the second derivative. And you have to understand that at the point of inflection, second derivative is equal to 0, okay. Then when it is concave down, the second derivative here, the second derivative is less than 0. Second derivative is less than 0. Don't be confused with that previous lesson. The first, when the graph is increasing, first derivative is greater than 0. When the graph is decreasing, first derivative is less than 0, okay. So you must study that one and this one separately, okay, and make sure that you know the concept, okay. So when it is concave down, the second derivative is less than 0. Here it is concave up, that means the second derivative here it is greater than 0, okay. So when the second derivative is equal to 0 at the point of inflection, when it is concave down, second derivative is less than 0. When it is concave up, second derivative is greater than 0, okay. So now come back to our question, this question number 9.2, okay. For which values of x f is concave down? You have to find the values of x in which f is concave down. So now you know concave down, what is the condition? Second derivative is less than 0. Don't forget that, okay. Do you know what is f dash of x? Is it given in the question? Yes, we know that f dash of x is this one, okay. So let's try to find the second derivative. So f double dash of x is equal to, what is the derivative of this one? 6x plus 8, okay. And look at the question once more. For which values of x f is concave down? So what is the condition for concave down? Second derivative concave down, that is less than 0, okay. So what is the meaning of that? What is our second derivative in our question? 6x plus 8, okay. So it means that 6x plus 8 is less than 0. So from here, what is 6x? Is less than minus 8. What is x? X is less than minus 8 over 6. That means x is less than, you cancel this one, minus 4 over 3. So it means that which values of x f is concave down? When x is less than minus 4 over 3, okay. So that is question number 9.2. Now we can go to question number 9.3. Okay, now let's go to question number 9.3. Determine the values of x for which f is strictly increasing. Determine the values of x. So here also you can see that you have to find the values of x, okay. And what is the condition? For which f is strictly increasing. You have to find the values of x for which f is strictly increasing, okay. So before I go to this question, I want to explain something more, okay. So listen very carefully that one. What is the meaning of this f of x? What is this f of x means? That it is representing a function, am I right? Sometimes it's a cubic function, sometimes it's a quadratic function, okay, whatever may be, okay. Sometimes it's a linear function, okay. Anyway, f of x stands for a function, and we know that f of x is the same as y, okay. So what is this f dash of x? f dash of x is also a function. Am I right? If f of x is a cubic function, if f of x is a cubic function, what is f dash of x? F dash of x is a quadratic function. Am I right? So anyway, this f dash of x is also representing a function. Okay, so this f dash of x is also same as y, because f dash of x is also representing a function, and we can write that f dash of x also as y. Okay, so it means that f of x or f dash of x or f double dash of x, whatever maybe, that represents a function, and that's the same as y. Okay, now listen very carefully this one. I want to explain something more on this one. So don't forget that this f dash of x is a function. Okay, now look at this one. I'm going to draw, what is the name of this graph? It's a cubic graph. It's a quadratic graph. Okay, so in this graph, which one is y greater than 0? Which portion is known as y greater than 0? From here, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So y greater than 0 means from this point to this side. Am I right? That means above x-axis is y greater than 0. Above x-axis is the y greater than 0. Okay, then which one is y less than 0? Y is the same as f of x or f dash of x. Okay, so which one is y less than 0? F dash of x less than 0 from this point to this side. That means below x-axis is known as y less than 0 or f dash of x less than 0. Okay, so now look at this graph. From this point, okay, this one, can you see the graph is moving? Here from this point to this side, it is above x-axis. Am I right? So what is y? Y greater than 0, or here you can see that y is the same as f dash of x. F dash of x is greater than 0. Why it is greater than 0? Because from this point to this side, it is above x-axis. That means y greater than 0. Okay, but from this point to, okay, from this point to, look at this one here, up to this point, from here to here, you can see that it is below the x-axis. So what is y? Below x-axis means y less than 0. Am I right? Or y is the same as f dash of x. Okay, so from here to here, y is, or f dash of x is less than 0. From this point to this point, f dash of x is less than 0. Okay, now again, what about from this point to that side here, this one, from here to this one, that is above x-axis. Above x-axis means f dash of x greater than 0 or y greater than 0. Okay, so this is y greater than 0, this one is y less than 0, this one is y greater than 0. Above x-axis, below x-axis. Above x-axis, f dash of x greater than 0. Below x-axis, f dash of x less than 0. Greater than 0, less than 0. Okay, so now come back to our question. I want to remind you something more. So this is one part that you have to remember, you have to study. Okay, you must make sure that you know the concept of this one. Okay, f dash of x greater than 0 means that it is above the x-axis. Okay, f dash of x less than 0 means it is below the x-axis. Okay, okay, now just a recap of what you studied last lesson before I go to this question. Here you can see that if this one is a cubic graph, this graph is increasing here up to this point, up to the stationary point or turning point. Okay, and from here, from this stationary point to this stationary point, or this turning point to this turning point, it is decreasing. Again it is increasing. So do you remember what I told you last class? When the original graph is increasing, f dash of x is greater than 0. When the original graph is increasing, f dash of x greater than 0. When the original graph is decreasing, f dash of x less than 0. When the original graph is increasing, first derivative f dash of x is greater than 0. Okay, you have to keep that one also in your mind. Okay, now let's go back to our question number 9.3. so all of you please read that question. Determine the x values for which f is strictly increasing. You have to find the x values for which f is strictly increasing, not f dash of x. What is given in the question? It is given in the question that f dash of x is equal to 3x square plus 8x minus 3. Okay, but in this question they are not asking determine the values of x for which f dash of x is strictly increasing. It's not like that. Okay, determine the values of x for which f is strictly increasing. F is strictly increasing. So last class I told you, when f is strictly increasing, what is f dash of x? F is strictly increasing means this is increasing f. Okay, and here also the f is increasing. Okay, so if f is strictly increasing means what is f dash of x? Of course it is greater than 0. Do you remember that one? F is strictly increasing or f is increasing, f dash of x is greater than 0. Here also f dash of x greater than 0. Okay, don't forget that one. Okay, so now what is our f dash of x? 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to try to draw this graph 3x squared. You know that this is a quadratic graph, and we can draw that graph. You know the shape of the graph. Okay, so when you write your exam, you don't want to draw anything like this, and you don't want to write all these steps. Okay, at last I will tell you an easy method to how to write the answer directly. Okay, so now this one is just for you to understand how that answer comes. Okay, or what is the meaning of that answer. Okay, so I'm trying to draw the graph of this one. Okay, so you know that this is a quadratic graph, so let me write y is equal to 3x square plus 8x minus 3. So I want to find the x-intercept and y-intercept. So at the x-intercept, value of y is equal to 0. So you can substitute the value of y as 0. I am not going to explain further. You know how to draw the quadratic function or a quadratic graph. So y is equal to 0. That means 3x squared plus 8x minus 3 is equal to 0. So we already factorized that one. What are the factors? Minus 1 plus 3. Yeah, so what are the factors? X is equal to 1 over 3 and x is equal to minus 3. We already did this one before. Then this is the x-intercept, and now you can find the y-intercept. At y-intercept, what is that? X is equal to 0. This is a grade 10, how to draw a quadratic graph. Okay, so that's why I'm not explaining that much. So x is equal to 0. In this equation you have to substitute the value of x as 0. So it is 3 into 0 square plus 8 into 0 minus 3. So it is y is equal to 0 plus 0 minus 3, that means minus 3. Okay, so what are the coordinates here? What are the coordinates? X coordinates is equal to 1 comma 3, x-intercept y 0, so y 0 and minus 3 comma 0. Then what is the coordinate here? coordinate is equal to x 0, y minus 3. So let me try to draw that graph. Don't forget that this is a quadratic graph. Okay, so let me try to draw that graph. This is my y-axis and this is the x-axis, and x coordinate 1 over 3 comma 0. So if this one is 1 over 3 is very close to 0. Okay, 0.333, and this one is minus 3 somewhere here. Okay, this is minus 3. So and the y-intercept is 0 comma minus 3. So 0 comma minus 3 is a rough graph I am trying to draw. Okay, so assume that that's a graph. Let me draw with another color. This is the y-intercept and this one is the next x-intercept. Okay, so this is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercept and this one is the turning point. Okay, so here okay, so this is our f dash of x, the first derivative graph. Okay, so in this graph f dash of x, listen very carefully, from this minus 3 to this side, is it greater than 0 or less than 0? From minus 3 to this side, we can see that this graph is going like this. Am I right? Okay, that means to this side. Okay, so when x is less than minus 3, is it greater than 0 or less than 0? Of course it is greater than 0. Am I right? Because it is above the x-axis. Okay, that means when x is less than minus 3, f dash of x, here this is f dash of x, and let me write that one as f dash of x greater than 0. Then from this minus 3 to this side, from this is 1 over 3. Okay, so from this minus 3 to 1 over 3, you can see that the graph is below the x-axis. That means this is our f dash of x graph. So f dash of x is less than 0 or negative. Between which x values? Between minus 3 and 1 over 3. Okay, then after 1 over 3, is it above x-axis or below x-axis? After 1 over 3, it is above x-axis. That means when x is greater than 1 over 3, f dash of x is greater than 0. Okay, so listen once more. When x is less than minus 3, f dash of x is greater than 0, above x-axis. When x is in between minus 3 and 1 over 3, it is below x-axis, or f dash of x is less than 0, between minus 3 and 1 over 3. Now when x is greater than 1 over 3 or more than 1 over 3, what is f dash of x? Above x-axis, or f dash of x is greater than 0. Okay, now listen here. Now listen very carefully. So those who didn't write this one, please pause the video and write that one. Okay, now listen here. I told you like this. When the original graph is increasing, what is f dash of x? F dash of x is greater than 0. When the original graph is decreasing, f dash of x is less than 0. When the original graph is increasing, f dash of x greater than 0. Okay, so now look at this one. Now from up to this minus 3, from somewhere this graph is, okay, this is minus 4, minus 5, like that. Okay, so up to minus 3, f dash of x is greater than 0. Once more, listen very carefully, up to minus 3, from here up to minus 3, f dash of x is greater than 0. Okay, so let me try to draw the graph once more. This is my minus 3, this is the x value minus 3. Okay, up to minus 3, f dash of x greater than 0. When f dash of x is greater than 0? When the original graph is increasing. That is what this one. Up to which one? Up to x value minus 3. So it means that up to x value minus 3, the original f dash of x greater than 0. F dash of x greater than 0 means the original graph is increasing. Okay, then from minus 3 to 1 over 3, f dash of x less than 0. When f dash of x less than 0, what happened to the original graph? When f dash of x less than 0, original graph is decreasing from minus 3 to 1 over 3. Okay, so from minus 3 to 1 over 3, the original graph is decreasing. Can you see? The original graph is decreasing up to 1 over 3. Then after 1 over 3, f dash of x greater than 0. F dash of x greater than 0 means the original graph is increasing. After 1 over 3, the original graph is increasing. So let me draw that one a little bit neatly. Okay, this is 1 over 3. Okay, so from somewhere up to minus 3, f dash of x greater than 0. F dash of x greater than 0 means original graph. This is, now we are trying to draw f of x graph. Okay, this is f of x graph. So original graph is increasing. Why? Because f dash of x is greater than 0. Then from minus 3 to 1 over 3, f dash of x is less than 0. Okay, from minus 3 to 1 over 3, f dash of x is less than 0. When f dash of x is less than 0, it means that the original graph is decreasing from minus 3 to 1 over 3. So you can see that from x value minus 3 to 1 over 3, the original graph is decreasing. Okay, then after 1 over 3, f dash of x is greater than 0. When f dash of x is greater than 0, the original graph is increasing. So it means that after 1 over 3, original graph is increasing. Okay, now look at the question once more. Question number 9.3. Determine the values of x for which f, this is our f graph. Okay, this is f dash of x graph, this is our f graph. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to draw f of x graph from this f dash of x graph. We know f dash of x graph. From that f dash of x graph, we are trying to draw f of x graph, and that is this one. Okay, now look at the question. So this is our f of x graph, this is our f of x graph, and this one is our f dash of x graph. Okay, so look at the question once more. You have to find the values of x for which f is strictly increasing. So look at this one, f is strictly increasing from which value to which value? When x is less than minus 3. When x is less than minus 3, here when x is less than minus 3, f is increasing. How can you write that one? X is less than minus 3, f of x graph is increasing. And also one more thing, one more point, from this point to that side f is increasing. Am I right? This point means what is the x value? 1 over 3. So it means that when x is greater than 1 over 3, then also the graph is, f graph is increasing. Okay, so in case if the question is, so this is the answer, x is less than minus 3 and x is greater than 1 over 3. Okay, so in case if the question is like this, for which values of x f of x graph, original graph is decreasing. So what is your answer? You can see that this from this point to this point, this f of x graph is decreasing. So f of x graph is decreasing. So this point, what is x? Minus 3. This point, what is x? 1 over 3. That means in case if the question is for which values of x f of x graph is decreasing, then what is your answer? From minus 3 to 1 over 3, f of x graph is decreasing. Okay, so what is our question? For which values of x f of x is increasing? That means when x is less than minus 3, f of x is increasing. When x is more than or greater than 1 over 3, f is increasing. That is this one. Okay, so this is the answer for that one. Okay, so now what you have to do is when you have a question like this, you don't want to think this much, and this is what I was trying to explain is how to draw an original graph f of x when f dash of x is given. Okay, so you go through this one once more and try to understand how to draw an original graph f of x if f dash of x graph is given like this. Okay, so that is this is the method. Okay, now when you write your exam, if you have a question like this, okay, what you have to do is you just factorize this quadratic equation. What was our quadratic equation? F dash of x is equal to 3x squared. What was that equation? 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. Okay, you just factorize that one. Okay, so what are the factorize? 3x minus 1 into x plus 3. These are the factors. So from there you can find the values of x. X is equal to 1 over 3 and x is equal to minus 3. Okay, so once if you get the values of x 1 over 3 and minus 3, okay, then you have to read the question. Determine the values of x for f is strictly increasing. Okay, f is increasing means you have to take on both sides. Okay, that means x less than, you have to check the which one is left side. Okay, so here you can see minus 3 is on the left side and 1 over 3 is on the right side. Okay, so f is increasing. Here look at this one, f is strictly increasing. F is strictly increasing means that you have to write x less than minus 3 and x greater than 1 over 3. F is increasing. Okay, and if the question is f is decreasing, you have to write the values in between this one like this. Okay, so it's easy like that. First you factorize this one, find the answer of x values. Okay, then you have to check which one is the left side. Here you can see that this minus 3 is on the left side and 1 over 3 is on the right side, and f is strictly increasing means that you just write x less than minus 3 and x greater than 1 over 3. F is strictly decreasing, you have to write the value of x is in between these two. That's all. Okay, so try to understand how to draw an f of x graph from an f dash of x graph. Okay, so that will help you to understand more. Okay, more clearly, and this is the easy method to write the answer of this one. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the last question, 9.4. Question number 9.4. What is that question? If it is further given that f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. If it is further given that f of x is equal to this one and f of 0 is equal to minus 18, f of 0 is equal to minus 18. Determine the equation of f. You have to find the equation of f. So this is a continuation of the previous question. Okay, so in this question you know what is f dash of x. What is f dash of x? Don't forget that. What is the first derivative given in the question? 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. Don't forget that one. Okay, now what is the meaning of this given quantity? What is the meaning of this given one? F of 0 is equal to minus 18. What's the meaning of that? It means that in this equation, when you substitute the value of x as 0, you are going to get the answer as 18, minus 18. Do you understand? When you substitute the value of x as 0, you are going to get the answer as minus 18. So just try to substitute the value of x as 0. So f of 0 is equal to, substitute the value of x as 0 there. So a into 0 cube plus b into 0 square plus c into 0 then plus d. And what is that one? When you substitute the value of x as 0, and the answer they are saying that it is minus 18. So a into 0, 0, 0, 0. So it means that d is equal to minus 18. The remaining 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0, that is 0. So d is equal to minus 18. Okay. So now we know that the value of d is minus 18. So just substitute the one that we know. So what is our f of x now? F of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx, and we got d as minus 18. Okay. I'm trying to find the first derivative. What is the first derivative? F dash of x is equal to, what is the derivative of this one? 3ax square plus 2bx plus derivative of cx is c, and derivative of this minus 18 constant term is 0. Okay. So what is the first derivative? 3ax square plus 2bx plus c. Okay. So now, but we know that first derivative is 3x square plus 8x minus 3. Am I right? It is given in the question. First derivative is this one. So when you do like this, what is the first derivative? We got 3ax square plus 2bx plus c. So can you say what is that 3a stands for? What is this 3a stands for? That 3a stands for this 3. Am I right? What is this 2b stands for? That 2b stands for this 8. What is this c stands for? That c stands for this minus 3. Do you understand? Okay. We are comparing this f dash of x and the original f dash of x. Okay. So now we can write what is 3a? 3a is equal, it implies that 3a is equal to 3. This 3a is equal to that 3. So what is a? 3 divided by 3, that is 1. Okay. Then 2b, what is 2b? 2b is equal to 8. So from there, what is b? 8 divided by 2, it is 4. Okay. Then c, what is c there? Minus 3. So it means that value of a is 1, value of b is 4, and value of c is minus 3. So what is our f of x? Therefore f of x is equal to, now substitute all the values. A is 1, 1x cube means x cube plus bx squared. What is b? 4. So it is 4x square plus cx. C is minus 3, that means minus 3x plus d. We already got d as minus 18, that means minus 18, and that is the f of x. Okay. So that's the end of that question number 9. So next lesson we can do question number 10. Okay. Thank you.